this is your heart. It's justice. So there is a lot of things happening that had to even themselves out. Your heart is ready. It just needed to experience some of those things, and you won't ever have to do it again. It was a part of the balance. It's not because you deserve to get that hurt. It's not because of that. It's just because if you didn't learn the lessons or you didn't experience those things, then you wouldn't be ready for the person when he comes or when your soulmate's there. If you didn't do that, then you would do those things to him, or you wouldn't know how to maybe respond the proper way, or you wouldn't know how to express yourself. You wouldn't know how to appreciate maybe exactly what it is. I'm not quite sure why you had to go through it, but I'm saying now you have that balance and your heart is ready. It's like, okay, we've learned the negative. Now we're ready for the positive. If you don't have the negative, you can't have the positive. And so you are going to have that. This is the energy. It's the 5 of Wands. So it just wants you to know sometimes there's a little bit of gameplay that goes on and a little bit of like playing with fire. And like, it's kind of like our mom always says, like, it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt, or play with fire, you're going to get burned. That's kind of how your heart feels and you feel. It's like, oh, we've kind of played around too much, and maybe we knew better and we shouldn't have done that, but we did it anyways, and we put our heart on the line and now it got hurt. So your heart's like kind of just like, okay, no more playing the games, like no more doing things that we know is not right for us. No more stepping down from our worth. That's really where your heart is right now. And if you can kind of just get a grasp on that, then I really do think you're going to have that, great experience. But that's the energy right now. It's like, okay, like we're kind of doing things that we know aren't the way to get our soulmate or not the way to get our true love. What you need to know most is the 5 of Swords. So you had the 5 of Wands and then now you have the 5 of Swords. You're in your head a lot. You're feeling defeated, but it's not over and you can always recover from anything that's ever happened. You just have to get a good grip on your mind and your thoughts and your anxieties and just tell yourself that you're so loved. This is your heart. It wants the balance. It doesn't want any more of that negativity. So just kind of every time you start to doubt or think back, bad things, just remind yourself that you've always been loved since the day you were born, and everything, nothing is good or bad, it's just the way it is. And every time you have that negative thought or doubt, just remind yourself those. And then this is the medicine. So it's the Moon. So don't be disillusioned just because you've had a few bad experiences. It's like that broken road that led you straight to where you were supposed to really be going. You had to meet this person and do that and experience those things because you chose that road. And so now you're being asked once again to trust and step out onto the path. And yeah, it's going to be scary and it can hurt and, there's risks, but remember that the universe and, everybody has your back. Like you've always been okay and you've always made it through, and it's hurt, but in the end, you've always been all right. And it just wants you to trust and believe again. What do you need less of? So, I'm just going to look at kind of like what's going on right now and what we need to know about the removal of excess. So this is you. This is your space. This is the energy, and this is what you need to know most. So I'm doing your space because that would be how we know it needs to be removed. This is you. You need to know this so much that you're complete. You're okay. You're all right. You've made it through. You have done so many things for yourself, and with the cycle you have completed. There's a few cards that represent a tarot reading in tenfold, and the universe does want you to know that you're whole. You're good on your own. You don't need anybody else to complete you. So if this means removal of things, then it's like just look at yourself and just know that you're enough. You don't need anything else. other than things that really bring you happiness. This is your space, and it's the Star. So I wouldn't say you need less of anything. This moment for your space, it's really trying to be a moment of peace. You might have gone through some time where you were a little bit excessive with things, but right now you just need peace. You just need that breath of fresh air. No drama, nobody that brings a dark cloud. You just need complete peace. And just take that moment to yourself. The energy, the King of Cups. So knowing, again, what's good, what's bad, not stepping down off that throne. For anybody who, not letting your emotions get the best of you, and knowing when they are, and knowing when to back down, and when to speak, and when to hold your tongue. That's the King of Cups. And what you need to know most is the Empress. So I'm really getting this thing that you need to be like getting in touch with your creative side. And I don't mean like necessarily painting unless that's what you like to do. I mean just like getting creative about that thing that you really love, because I don't think you need less of anything. I think you need more peace and you need more creativity. That's what I'm getting from this. The universe is like, don't remove anything, just bring yourself more peace and bring yourself more passion and creativity and control of your emotions. I'm going to do one last card to wrap up the whole reading, and it's what you need to know most. It's the Eight of Swords, and this is a card that is a trapped feeling. So I just want you to know you're not trapped where you are. You're not stuck where you are. It's all an illusion if you do feel that way. If you're feeling like you can't move, if there's something blocking you from going forward, that's all something that's in your head. And just know that there's always pathways. There's so many different ways to get there. And there is always a way out. And you just have to almost envision it. Just see yourself coming out, close your eyes and hold it. You're not trapped.